Hey Facebook, what's going on? Happy Friday, it's Coach BONAlife. And as promised, I wanted to follow up and give you guys a great little session here today talking about some of the fears of salespeople. Looks like I got some Wi-Fi. Let's see if I can set this up. I'm from my office away from my home office, Starbucks. There we go. Got some people on. Listen, if you're jumping in, I need you to let me know what city you're coming from right now. And I also want you to let me know your favorite movie, if you don't mind. I don't watch a lot of movies, and it looks like a storm's rolling in, so we're going to wrap up crushing sales today and taking some time to maybe find something cool. So go ahead, let me know where you're coming in from. If you got a movie you love, I watch Pursuit of Happiness and Sandlot. Pretty much that's it. Not too bad. Guys, we're going to be talking about fears and reframing those fears that you guys were throwing in the comment box just the other day when I was asking about what is a fear of a salesperson. And we're going to navigate them, we're going to crush them today, we're going to talk all about it. So again, I'm not starting anything until I see one or two people let me know where they're coming in from. I see we got a handful of people on right now. Alright, boom. Don't be shy to get some likes going across. People like blue, it's a color of loyalty. It also represents openness, so send some blue across the screen if you want. Don't be shy. All right, we're gonna rock and roll, guys. Here we go. There were a lot of fears that everybody was throwing on the Facebook wall that get in the way, and I'll read through them right now. I have them written down. Fear of the unknowns of success, of what failure, responsibility, accountability is associated with success. Fear of rejection. Fear of being undeserving of the success. I got lack of clarity or focus, a lack of confidence or holding doubt. And these are all very reasonable fears. But there's 4 assumptions I want to start our conversation with today that should give you a little bit of solace and say that's okay. Number 1 is there's a high level of awareness if you're in this Facebook Live right now and you wrote down your fear. If you can identify your fear, that's the first step. Being aware, okay? The second thing is you're on this Facebook Live right now. So you also believe that you have an element of control in your life. You can educate yourself and you're in control. It's not that you have a victim mindset. So those are two assumptions that I'm taking into this already. The third one, conditioning your mind is not for a select few. It's not rocket science. It's accessible to all of us. So that needs to be an assumption of our conversation here for the rest of this video, if that's okay with you. And then lastly, the people who condition their mind and can convert their emotions and convert their perspectives throughout their day, they win. Those are my assumptions. If you can identify your fear, you're aware. If you're on this video, you have a level of control that you believe you have in this world. You believe that mindset is something that is attainable for you to condition. And you also realize that those who convert their emotions best win. If you could agree with that, go ahead, give me a like. Let me know that our assumptions, we're on the same page, and you see what I'm talking about here. All right, cool. With that said, what I want to do today, now that we've identified those fears, is I want to show you guys that with a tool, you can reframe and convert all of these fears. You do not have to come up with some crazy, complex understanding of spirituality to navigate the thoughts that come through your brain. I am here. I'm trying to make this easy for people to understand how they can condition their mind, not make this over complex. So how can we simply shift our perspective enough that we might just be able to change the story we're telling ourselves about that? So let's just jump right in. Fear of success, unknowns. Fear of the failure that comes along with success. Fear of responsibility. Fear of accountability. Here's my perspective shift on that. None of that shit is new. You're already failing. You're already responsible for things. You're already accountable for things. What is it that you don't know? Risk is perception. Risk is perception. So any fear of failure, responsibility, accountability, I mean, it's already been happening to you your whole life. 20 years, 25 years, 35 years. You've been accountable. You've been failing. So any fear of future accountability or failure, I mean, it kind of seems silly, doesn't it? The fact that we've already been doing that our entire lives. So I want you to maybe think about that for half a second. That's not the perfect answer for everybody, but it's a perspective shift. It's simply just a way for you to look at something you always look at and maybe just tweak it just a little bit. So why are we so afraid of something that's occurred hundreds and thousands of times to us already. It seems kind of silly. So just think about that. The next one, rejection, fear of rejection. You can convert your emotions a lot of different ways. Here's one. Rejection is selfish, extremely selfish. And if you're somebody that finds some guilt in being selfish, then this is going to work for you. Rejection is selfish. What that means is you are more concerned with how you feel based on somebody's perception of you. You're more concerned with that than the 3 or 4 people you could have talked to that you're rejecting, the rejection or fear of rejection prevented you from talking to. So you're gonna leave 3 or 4, 5, 6 people out in the dust in a day because you were scared of rejection. It was all about you. What about those 4 families that needed somebody intelligent, a great communicator, confident, had clarity, had passion to come into their life? Oh, forget them. Forget them. I'm more concerned about me feeling rejected. So perhaps you can start to look at that feeling of, oh my God, somebody's going to reject me, as maybe the most selfish thing that you could possibly do in your day. These are just perspective shifts, and they're one of many that you could use on yourself. Let's talk about the next one. Undeserving. I'm undeserving of success. That has nothing to do with sales. That has everything to do with loving yourself, right? That has to do with self-love. So before you go out and look for a sales coach like me, I would really start to work on the relationship with yourself and with God. You know, that's going to help you feel like you're deserving of success more than somebody going rah, 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 and oh, this is the perfect way to get a sale, or oh, this is how you build a database and stay in touch with it. No, it's a love thing. It's a relationship thing. It's not a sales thing. It's not a strategy thing. It's not a skills thing. It's not a fear thing. It's more conversations with God and yourself and practicing that self-love. And where can you observe love around you that'll give you a better example of how you can love yourself more? Because you certainly do deserve it. Everybody on here deserves it. Everybody on here deserves it. Lack of clarity, lack of focus. Okay? You already have focus. You're already clear. You're clear that you don't have focus right now. That should make you confident that you know the solution is easy. Not what to do or how to do, it's who. Who can you go find in your life that'll give you clarity and focus? The moment you know that you don't have clarity and focus should be a moment of confidence, because that means you know exactly what's not working right now. So it is something to say, hey, I'm not clear right now. Good. That means you know what's next. The only next thing is to go find out who can help you get clear. Simple. If you ever feel unorganized, feel confident in the fact that you know what's wrong, go out and fix it. No big deal. And then the last one, a lack of confidence, holding doubt. Confidence comes from 3 things. Confidence comes from 1, getting repetition. I'm afraid to ride the bike. All of a sudden you pedal down a couple stop signs, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm afraid of getting hit with the ball. The ball gets thrown at you a couple times, you get hit with the ball. These are just reps. These are just reps. I'm scared to talk to people on the phone. Well, after 160, you're probably a little less scared. After 10,000, there's really no fear involved. So reps, number 1. 2, you need to develop a mindset. You need to condition your mindset, and you need to work on that strength. You need to say, okay, this is part of the equation. I got to get reps, and I got to have a strong mindset. And then 3rd is results. As soon as you get results in anything, and you see other people benefit from what you do, and you pour love into them, and they get a positive benefit, your confidence goes way up. So the next question is going to be, well, how do I get more confident? Where do I get more confident? What would make me more confident? Those are all the wrong questions. It's usually who. Who can help you build your confidence? Who can you be around that's going to facilitate you loving yourself more? Who can you be around that's going to help you elevate your confidence? Who can you be around that's going to change your perspectives and tell you stories about how you can shift the way that you look at rejection or failure? Who's going to call you out for being scared of something that has already happened to you a million times? Many times we're looking for a what answer, a how answer, and so often we find solutions in ourselves and others, if not ourselves. So start asking yourself who questions regarding all those things. Fear of success, unknowns. Well, failure, responsibility, Who? Me. Have I ever had that before? Yeah. Rejection. Who is my focus really on? Is it on me or is it on the customer? Is it me on helping people? Whoa, all of a sudden rejection really is selfish. Undeserving. Who do I need to be around to learn to love myself better? How to love myself better is probably something you've been struggling a long time with, so stop asking yourself that question. Start asking yourself, who can I be around? Clarity. You know your problem. It's not how do I get more clarity, what do I do to get more clarity? Who can help me find more clarity? And then lack of confidence. Who can I get reps with? Who can help me condition my mindset? Who can I celebrate my results with? Start asking yourself some who questions underlying some of the fears that you're having. Guys, this is an exciting time in sales across the country in every industry. There are a lot of people who envision January to be the start of something fresh, to be the start of more success. They are looking to grow. If your solution that you bring to the world helps people grow, share it unabashedly. Share it unabashedly. You are helping more people by sharing it with the world than by keeping it to yourself. Stop being selfish salespeople. Stop being afraid to be called a salesperson. Stop being afraid of working in sales. You have the most noble profession in the world. People work so hard to create goods and services. And if there was nobody to take those goods and services and bring them to the people who need them, where would we be as a society? It's on you to stay confident against societal pressures. Do you guys know anything about societal pressures? I mean, if you're not able to see how much society tries to force us to feel or be a certain way, I'd be surprised. And that's how it is with the sales industry. People want to make salespeople feel guilty. No, I'm a disciple. I take the goods and services created by the most talented people in the world and I share them with people who need them. And if you can create these mindsets for yourself, watch how much more effective you're going to go be in helping other people. People want to know they're working with somebody passionate, confident, intelligent, and capable, and somebody that cares. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Happy Friday. Say hello to Coach Bonach. I hope y'all have a great weekend.